Hey boat friends, it is windy, so just hang in there with me if there's issues with the audio. We have the Federal Kushiro. The Federal Kushiro is going to be going outbound to the lake. It is very cold. Right now, I just checked National Weather Service before I went live. 27 below zero with the wind chill factored in. Not much going on here on the pier, as you can imagine. Duluth skyline. Let me adjust my gloves, so bear with me one moment. All right. So there's the Federal Kushiro. Let me jump down here. Again, this is a kind of a special one because this is the last ocean-going vessel that will be leaving the Twin Ports. She is, ocean-going vessel that comes into the Great Lakes, known as a salty. That's the terminology. Again, 27 below zero with the wind chill. I might sound pretty muffled because, again, I have that mask on to just try to keep my face warm. Hey, everybody in chat, how are you? This is going to be a fun one here. Let's take a look at the conditions here in the canal, see if we have any ice. Give you a good idea what's going on here. Federal Kushiro, we have been waiting for her to go outbound here for the last few hours. The tugs Missouri and Kentucky have been really working on her, trying to get her ready to go. I had an update from Chuck. He told me that there was an issue with the hatches on the deck that got frozen, or something to that effect, I believe. So she is going to be going out here. We always check the current in the canal. Let's take a look. Top right part of the bridge there, there's a smaller light compared to the other amber light. There's a bright one, and then there's a bigger one, and there's a smaller one at the top right there. Again, that indicates the water current going inbound or outbound in the canal is very minor to deal with here for the captain as she navigates the canal. Again, this is an ocean-going vessel. So while we wait for her, here's some information just to get you prepared. Federal Kushiro, built in 2003, 624 feet in length. She's owned and operated by FedNav. Now, FedNav has quite a few vessels based on my research. She is sailing under the flag of the Marshall Islands, and she was built in Tokyo, Japan in 2003. So, definitely an ocean-going vessel here, going to be going outbound. 6 cargo holds, 6 folding hydraulic hatch covers as well. And she has 3 cranes on her deck that you're going to notice. Again, this is the last salty that's going to be going out. And I can promise you this is going to be the last ship for me tonight as well, because, give me one moment, I'm just kind of clearing off some of the snow. This is going to be the last ship for me tonight for sure. It's a little too cold, but I had to get this one. This is the last salty. Now, she is the last one because the Soo locks, they close on January 15th. and they close for a 10-week period, reopening on the 5th of March, or the 25th of March. And so what they're doing is this vessel is trying to make it through, and she'll make it in time. But what happens during that 10-week period, why the shipping season closes, because the Soo Locks and Sault Ste. Marie, they get repaired because of the shipping season. Obviously, there's damage that is sustained in those locks, so they got to make sure that they're set to go for the next season. And this is going to be a larger vessel when it comes to the superstructure on the back, on the stern. Again, 624 feet in length. Here in Duluth, Minnesota, it is very cold to those that are just joining chat. 27 below zero with the wind chill factored in. There is hazardous conditions around Minnesota, northern Minnesota. There's going to be gusts of wind around 40 plus miles per hour, so you're going to have a lot of blowing snow, and that's just going to increase that temperature here. So let me know, is the audio okay here? Let me give you a shot. We saw Bentleyville. If you saw the earlier video, there's Bentleyville in the background. You know, I'd love to just pick this camera up and show you what's going on in Duluth, the skyline, but it's just a little too cold. Maybe I'll give you one little peek here before she comes through. Hopefully my camera is able to hang in there through the duration of this video. And here she comes through. I can hear some ice that is being struck. Again, Federal Kushiro. She has 3 cranes on deck. Let's take a look at her lighting. Not sure if we're going to get a salute, but you see that sea smoke, and there's ice forming definitely all through the canal. In the harbor basin itself, there's a good amount of ice. All the way to Superior, it's covered in snow and ice as well. So here she goes. This is the last salty of the season. And Bill, Bill is calling out some information about the forecast from the National Weather Service. Let me talk about that a little bit. There's going to be some serious winds on the lake, and a lot of these ships have really tried to hunker down here, and they're at anchor. We have 6 at anchor. There are 7 in the twin ports right now. This would obviously she is leaving. I'm not sure if she's going to anchor or going to actually take a shot at going out on the lake. So we'll have to see what happens there. But there you can see the superstructure on the back, on the stern. Pretty good lighting on the ship. Pretty good lighting. You can see that sea smoke. Let me give you a little bit of a glimpse of that bridge as she goes out as well. Let's see what she's doing right here with the bow. Dual anchor setup. You can see right there, Federal Kushiro. She got some pretty bright lights there on the bow for sure. Again, this is the last ocean-going vessel going under the aerial lift bridge here in Duluth, Minnesota. The shipping season is going to conclude here for ships making it into Lake Superior on January 15th when the Soo Locks close and Sault Ste. Marie. Great looking vessel though. I do like these salties. They always have that large superstructure on the back, and actually take a look at those anchors, how they hang out right there on the bow. That's pretty interesting. Take a look at that bow. Take a look at it cutting through the water there. Unique under feature. She's pretty smooth and pretty quiet going through. Oh, thank you, Bill. Much appreciated there with that donation. I just have a fun time out here And here's these 3 cranes that we talked about on the deck. And again, Chuck told me today that she was delayed here. The Federal Kushiro was delayed because of mechanical issues with either the deck hatch or something hydraulic being frozen. So that makes a lot of sense. 27 below 0 Fahrenheit, that'll do it. Now, can you imagine the crew that has been working in these conditions? I mean, we all envy sometimes when it's August, September, we see these ships come through and we're just thinking, boy, that'd be nice and fun to go and travel and work on one of those ships. Well, guess what? I don't think anybody's saying that today. So you really earn your money with a day like today. And take a look at those stacks. And I've mentioned this before, you have a scrubbing system that converts the harmful exhaust from the engines into steam. So that's what you're seeing right there. You got that lifeboat right there. Probably a quick release capsule. Now you can really hear that engine. Let's see if we can see some kick up from that prop here. And she just left Riverland Ag. I forgot to mention that. She is fully loaded with wheat. So she has a cargo of wheat leaving Riverland Ag. Good looking ship. And you know what? As always, we wish the captain and the crew a safe voyage to their next destination. A very cold night. Captain did a great job getting out. Again, it's not an easy task. It looks like it's a lot of room, but as I mentioned before, it's 245 feet between this pier that I'm on right now, which is the north pier, and the south pier on the other side. Captain did a great job, and it's going to get nothing but colder out there for them. And the only other person out here is Paul. Paul has an excellent channel. Excellent videos with boats and the ships here in the Twin Ports. He does a great job. So definitely go check out his channel for sure. And there's aerial lift bridge closing. Well, everybody, stay warm. I know that there's some bad weather all around the United States for sure. If you can, you know what I'm going to do? Just go back and take a look at the comments in this video. I'm going to post Paul's channel just so then that way you have it. Really good guy, and he does great. He does great work. And let me leave you on one thing. They have a Santa Claus sitting here on top of that lighthouse right there. I thought that was pretty funny. So again, we'll take one last look at the Federal. Give you a shot of the canal. Now guess what? I'll say in the next couple days you're going to see this completely froze up because it's just too cold out here. So everybody have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow if we have any ships, but we'll have to see what the weather's all about. So my boat friends, I appreciate you checking out the channel. I got plenty of other videos for you to look at. Set your notifications because you know I'm out here all the time showing you a different perspective with the ship. So thank you so much. Stay warm. I will see you again soon.